Hey everyone, I'm Ultimate456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 42 of Let's Platinum Elden Ring. Alright, let's rest up. I would level, but I think it's more important that I spend these runes elsewhere. So let's go back to the Roundtable Hold. And yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of prep this episode, and then probably next episode will be Raya Lucaria. So let's talk to Corrin. And we definitely want to get Lightning Spear. And we definitely want to get Electrify Armament. I'm going to leave Honed Bolt for now, because I know we don't need it just yet. The next thing... Oh, the door's open. Okay, so we can finally continue that part. We'll do that too. Let's go over here. Do I have a bell bearing? No. Okay. So we have 5 rune arcs here, each for 4,000 runes, which is good. The white cipher ring and the blue cipher ring are online items, and I think we've explored all of this as well. We've looked at all of this. So the memory stone, I should definitely get one of these. So it increases your memory slots. I can have one more now, and I'll try and grab a rune arc or all these rune arcs at some point in the future. But for now, I can't. Maybe I should grab one. Actually, I should probably grab one. Yeah, let me grab one. I'll use a slightly more hefty rune to do that. 2 and 400. I don't even know. Wait, how many runes am I on? 2, 8. Let's use one of those. That was 1200, so one of these. And one of these. Okay, cool. That's 5k. I want to have at least one going into Raya Lucaria, because if I can survive all of Raya Lucaria without dying, then using one is very good. Alright, so this is the first time we've entered this room, and we met this guy before. I can't remember if he introduced himself to us, but if he didn't, he's about to, and yeah, let's see.
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, have you not? Then, just as promised, I bid you welcome. As a true member of the Round Table, I am known as Gideon Ofnir. As a tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord, I am accumulating knowledge. To be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant. You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Leyndell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Raya Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
Alright, so this is Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. So he's a Tarnished, and he's seeking to be Elden Lord as well, but the way he's doing it is he's gathering as much information as he can before, I guess, committing to his quest. Let's talk about Nafeli. Nafeli is the warrior that we met in Stormvale Castle, who was saying that this is her foster father. So let's see what he has to say about her.
I understand you've been speaking to Nafeli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
Okay. And let's talk about Godric.
So, Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. Despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, he's a grotesque old fool grasping for power. His castle lies upon the cliff to Limgrave's northwest, but I suspect you know that well enough already.
Okay, and we'll just learn about Renala, who is the Queen of the Full Moon, who is in charge of the Raya Lucaria Academy, where we're going next.
The Academy of Raya Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north, towering over the mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the academy. But Renala herself is no demigod. Her beloved Radagon left her to become Queen Marika's second husband, taking the title of King Consort. The Great Rune dwells within the amber egg that was Radagon's gift to her.
So that was a ton of information there, and it's all quite complicated, but I'll do my best. So Renala was married to this guy called Radagon, and Radagon is pretty important. But then he left Renala for some reason to go be with Queen Marika, and he left the Great Rune in the amber egg that Renala is holding. So that's the rune we're going for next, and I guess there's probably more to it than that, but those are the main things. We won't talk about Radahn, Rykard, or Morgoth at the moment. We'll leave them until we're sort of closer to where they are. And also, one thing that I want to point out, his armor pieces, if you look, there's like ears everywhere on sort of like, I don't know if you want to call it like the beard of the helmet. And he's got eyes as well on his like chest area. And why is that? Because he is all-seeing and all-knowing, or well, at least all-knowing. I think that's it, right? I think that there's nothing else we can do here. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let's go and start getting ready to head into the academy itself. Just gonna clear out some of these beacons. And we'll go, yeah, let's go to the South Ray of Lucaria gate. I want to use the grace point real quick. So remember, we bought that memory stone, so now we have access to another slot. Let's definitely go with lightning spear. I don't think I need poison mist. I also don't think I need heal. Electrify armament would probably be good. Blood flame blade might be alright. This is very good as well. Bestial sling, I never really use it, but it could be useful. It's a hard one to choose that last slot. Let's go with heal just in case. Everything else should be okay. Okay, and now if you head to this seal and examine it, well, I didn't examine it the first time, but we wouldn't be able to enter. It said like, you know, you don't have the required key or missing a glintstone key, whatever. But because we collected that glintstone key after defeating that dragon, we can now sort of teleport ourselves. So we've gone from here all the way to here. And we can grab a grace point as well. What's hilarious is, I mean, I don't know, for me, whenever I play games the first time, I never notice everything. I think that's most people. I never notice everything. What is this? I don't even know what I'm looking at though. Like, I know... Hang on. I literally have no idea what area that is. Interesting. I guess I'll find out eventually. But I never found these things in my first playthrough, and it's quite important. Like, those things are quite important. I never found them in my first playthrough. Alright, let's head down here. So we can actually, if we examine that seal, we can head directly back to where we were, on the other side where we just entered. But if we don't, we can come through here and defeat some wolves with single swipes from our Bloodhound's Fang. Beautiful. Alright. Sometimes you might get like a really low damage roll and it might not defeat them. But it looks like mine's going okay. Which is kind of strange. Was it because I put an extra point in dexterity or something like that? That could very well be the case. Because dexterity... scaling, I don't know, I feel like doesn't increase your damage that much. It's all about... Alright, so this one's more powerful. It's all about like upgrading your weapons. But if I have put an extra point in dexterity versus what I did on practice, then that makes sense. Holy crap! How many runes did I just get from that? That's insane. Useful, but insane. Alright, there is a nomadic merchant here. Let's talk to them.
Well, there's been an age since I've seen a customer. How can I help here at the end of the earth?
Okay. What have they got? Fanged Imp Ashes. So let's grab that. We also need Fever's Cookbook number 2. And he's got a few notes. He's got notes on the Revenants. Let's get the Revenants notes for now, and I'll try and get these in a bit. Now the Revenants. This is one of the notes that I used. This is one of the notes that I used the information for before we actually picked it up, but I'll read it to you. Notes all by a nomadic merchant imparting knowledge and brief. The crawling royal revenants and their followers are all cursed. Healing powers will harm them, or will harm rather than mend. So that's what we used against that enemy. We used it to harm them. Alright, so as you can see, that bloodhound that's using the exact same weapon I'm using, like Darrowil was, where we got it from, is up there. And he's a pretty tough customer. Unless, of course, you have Lightning Spear, in which case he's very, very, very weak to lightning. And he's dead. Trust me, you don't want to fight him like naturally or normally, because he will probably mop the floor with you. He is very, very, very strong. But fortunately, I finally discovered how to beat him properly, or how to beat him easily. Yeah. So that's cool. You know what? Let's just do this. Now, should I do... I'm trying to think if I should do this first. Yeah, it probably makes more sense to do this first. I left what I'm about to do for after. Well, I guess it makes more sense because I'm doing this whole episode as a precursor to Lucaria. Also, that Celestial Dew that I just picked up, that is... Where is that? Is that... It's not a key item, is it? Oh, it is. Okay. Carry out absolution at the Church of Vows. A hidden tier found in the Eternal City. Well, that's not true. Also known as a Night tier. Allows one to carry out an absolution at the Church of Vows, reversing all antagonizations. Once upon a time, the stars of the night sky guided fate, and this is a recollection of those times. So, if you hurt like an NPC by accident, and you didn't mean to, and you like caused them, you know, you just didn't do a good job, or you missed, we'll examine that in just a sec. You hit them and you want things to go back to the way they were before, you can use that to absolve yourself. So that's good. Over here is another golden seed, and I believe with that one, unless I'm stupid, and I might be stupid, I can actually upgrade my flask. Well, I definitely have 3 now, which means I definitely can upgrade my flask at least once, the uses, and then we'll take care of this guy. Well, we'll take care of that issue. Okay, hop, quickly check. Flasks, add charge, yes, okay, cool. So we use 3, we have another flask, and you know what, probably, I'm gonna change it to 7-2 rather than 8-1. Fingers crossed. Did I pick up a sacred tier? Okay, no. There we go. Fingers crossed that I don't regret doing that. Okay, cool. Let's finish off this last thing, and then that'll probably be... if this episode ends up being a little bit shorter, I'm sorry, but at least it makes up for the previous one being super long. It helps me out. Oh, so be summoned to help Yura, Hunter of the Fingers. So there is Yura, he's the red one. Summoned to another world. Defeat Bloody Finger Raven Mount Assassin. I don't know why I tried to use my steed there. So remember, Yura was helping us. He's the guy with the samurai sword and that really cool hat. And we have to defeat the Raven Mount Assassin, who isn't too powerful when it's 2 against 1. He just got bled. And he's pretty much dead. Oh, Numbing Mist, by the way. That was what the other item was called. I'm probably going to put that in the comment, or like a note anyway, when I get around to editing that episode, but I remembered it later, like afterwards. Hey, we got a rune arc as well. Fantastic. Alright, so I guess I technically didn't need to buy that previous one, but that's okay. I will probably buy them eventually. Eventually we're going to have so many that we don't know what to do with them. And I probably still won't use them. Alright, we got the Ash of War. Oh, right. Almost went too far. We got the Ash of War, Raptor of the Mist, so I'll explain that in a sec. I think I cancelled it, but basically he was gonna like breathe heavily, and I'm really sorry that you missed that. Like, let's talk to Euro. Did I ever get a good look at his face? Actually, you know what? He looks like Gascoigne. Interesting. And we were just fighting someone that looked like gosh, what's her name? Crow something, Crow Feather Badge. I forgot her name. Doesn't matter.
Oh, it's you. Thanks for your help there. That bloody finger was a thorn in my side. And now I'm finally rid of him. Here's a token of thanks. Please, take it.
Okay, we got our very first Smithing Stone 5. I don't even know if we have a Smithing Stone 4, but anyway.
I may not have much time. I'm dying to see you. Eleonora. Violet Bloody Finger.
Okay.
Yes, I've been tracking Eleonora for quite some time. She is the deadliest of all Bloody Fingers. She's felled many an old hand already, but in spite of her cessblood zealotry, Eleonora is a proud knight. If she comes for you, do not think twice. You must flee. There is no shame in self-preservation. Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again, if fate permits.
Okay, so he's still doing his thing.
Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet.
Yeah, he's still doing his thing. And he's looking for this person called Eleonora. Oh yeah, I get to show this off. Luckily I remembered. He's looking for this person called Eleonora, and he says that if we ever find her, we probably should run away because she's very powerful. So I don't know, like, there's a lot of people that, well, it was Maximilian dude really who said, oh, this game's definitely going to have DLC and yada yada yada. So first of all, there's some really low polygon textures right there. What is that? That's also a low polygon texture, but that looks like an entryway to me. I wonder if there's going to be something with that, because I'm pretty confident that is not in Ray Lucaria. Like, that's Ray Lucaria, but I don't think you can actually get to that point. And it seems weird to me, and I'm like, potential DLC areas? I think so. I don't know, it's a big guess, but yeah, he seems pretty convinced that it'll get DLC because it's very popular. I think so too, but I don't know, we'll see. We're still waiting for the Resident Evil 8 DLC that has been announced like more than a year ago and still hasn't come out, I think. So yeah, as of recording this. Anyway, so I'm a little short on time, but the previous episode was really long, so I think this balances out nicely. So we'll leave things here, and next time we're finally going to start Ray Lucaria. I did forget to look up the information about White Mask Vare, but I will try and do that soon, and I'll see if I can maybe do those online things that I don't really care for, but I might try. Alright, so I want to thank you all for watching episode 42 of Let's Platinum Elden Ring. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.